I just read something online. I don't have all the details. I just saw something happen at FAMU. An artist filming a video. But this all I want to know. If I just came in from running sprints and I'm goddamn taking my cleats off and I look up and I see a video being shot with a cameraman and everybody else, what the fuck you expect me to do? Stop the video? Tackle the cameraman? Tackle the fucking production engineer? What? How do I know who has a permit and who doesn't? That's between the authorities with the school. I can't stop no goddamn video. I got bench presses to do. Squats, cleans. Fuck, I know who the fuck is whoever that is doing the video.
Oh man, so my OG subscribers know that I attended FAMU, so whenever a viral story happens at FAM, I cover that thing for the fam. So what's going on right now is that they had Boston Richie pull up and shoot a music video on the campus, not even on the campus, that probably would have been cool, but they had that boy in the locker room getting jiggy. Everybody on the team, I don't know if everybody on the team, I ain't even gonna say that because that may be snitching, but the folks, some folks who look like football players were in there, and now they're in trouble because Boston Richie wasn't supposed to do that. Now the head coach Willie Simmons has suspended all football activity, and people are reacting to it. But first I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and hear what Coach Willie got to say, man. Let's get into it. So make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We on the way to 60K. Let's get there. So Lego. All right, so Coach Willie says, earlier today it was brought to my attention that a rap video was shot by a prominent rapper in the football locker room of Gallimore Powell Fieldhouse without proper authorization. The video contained graphic language that is not consistent with Florida A&M's core values, principles, and beliefs, and an internal investigation is underway to determine who authorized the use of not only the athletic facility at Gallimore Powell, but also licensed apparel that potentially violates university branding and licensing agreements. Although I am a proud proponent of free speech and support all forms of musical expressions, this football team, as ambassadors of Florida A&M University, has a responsibility to protect the university's image. As a result of this unfortunate situation, as head football coach, I am effectively suspending all football related activities until further notice. It is a privilege to wear that orange and green, and as a football program, our young men have failed to live up to the standards set before us. They will all learn from this mishap, and we will continue to work hard every day to become the best versions of ourselves and continue to make Rattler Nation proud. So shout out to Official Florida Promo for getting that for me right there. Y'all go ahead and check them out on Instagram, man. But just off the rip, man, certain things, certain language that he's saying, you got to read in between the lines. The sponsorships, that's the most important thing. HBCU, we know how it goes when it comes to funding for certain things, especially when you have brandings and stuff like that. And one of the biggest sponsors for FAMU is LeBron James, because they wear LeBron James apparel. LeBron is going to vouch for them to not have any funding removed. LeBron is really in tune with hip hop, and he is not going to let that happen on his watch. I know for sure he's not going to let it happen on his watch. But at the same damn time, it has to have structure, and this man got to protect the job, so he has to have checks and balances. So this doesn't happen. It still has to be approved. But let's get into some reactions from people on social media.
As a FAMU fan, are you worried at all?
No, actually, if this is all there is, then I have no problem with it. Now, I'm not minimizing this issue, but I hope this is it. I hope this is all. This is the bombshell before the start of the season, that the kids irresponsibly participated in a rap video of a very popular guy in Tallahassee. Let me tell you, Boston Richie is Tallahassee's guy. You know, it was T-Pain, but T-Pain lives in Atlanta now. Right now it's Boston Richie. Last year, Boston Richie brought Future down, who's a good friend of his. They were on records together. He brought Future down, and they visited the malls, which was a fiasco within itself. You know, it went to the big mall, went and bought tons of shoes, not cheap shoes, the best shoes out there, and took them to the housing projects in Tallahassee and distributed those shoes. You know, just so Boston Richie is a beloved figure here in Tallahassee, especially among the youth. Last year at FAMU's homecoming, Boston Richie came to the game, and they allowed him to stand on the sideline. Boston Richie drove up to the game in two Maybach, which is the real name. Everybody calls it Maybach. They're Maybach luxury SUVs. I had to look up the price. They're about $170,000
Okay, so that's called
a
Maybach?
piece.
It's not Maybach?
It's called I looked it up, and the phonetic spelling is Maybach.
Like my bad. But
So
Bach.
Rick Ross, Maybach. Anyway, so he comes to the game on 2 of those with these big rims and this, that, and the other. So driving around in $350,000 worth of car, you know, it is impressive, and it will attract the attention of the youth. So it's not, and he's very accessible to the football players, to anybody in Tallahassee. So I'm not surprised that the players were uncharacteristically lulled into being a part of this, because he's just a figure that's always there.
Now, this may have been a little misinformation, because there's this post right here says some player scholarships are now in jeopardy. So this person said this is why HBCU struggle financially. Instead of capitalizing on a free advertisement, the old guard wants to try and make a statement. Please move these baby boomers and Gen X's out of the way. Now, hold on now. Coach Willie, that boy got them boys winning. Hold on, we not gonna just let Coach Willie just go right now. They doing well, and let them keep cooking. Let them keep cooking. These kids understand they got some freedom, some liberty to go ahead and, you know, do X, Y, and Z. So it ain't that tight. They just got carried away, in my opinion. Homie says, what the F that got to do with them scholarships, though? Great question. That's why I hope they're not taking scholarships away. Suspensions, maybe, but scholarships, hell no, don't do that. Y'all know how tight I would be if I lost my scholarship over a song this bad? Damn, y'all going in on Boston Richie like that? This is fake news. No one's losing a scholarship. Shake my head.
When I was a high school football coach in St. Louis, if Hitman Holler or Sexy Red, legends from St. Louis, would have asked my players to make a music video in the locker room, I'm sure they would have let them do it. Would I have suspended the kids? Well, 2 questions. Number 1, who did it? Number 2, who are we playing week 1? I'm just being honest. But in all seriousness as well, when things like this happen, players must understand you put your head coach in a very precarious situation with administration and how they want to handle it. Willie Simmons was absolutely right for suspending football activities for the moment while they figure out a resolution to the situation. You can't just pull up and shoot a video unauthorized. You definitely can't give somebody permission to do it if you don't have the authority to do so. Willie Simmons is a great leader, and he's the right guy to be leading this group through a time like this. I got FAMU winning the SWAC this year. They'll resolve this and get back focused on football. Big year in Tallahassee this year for the FAMU Rattlers.
Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this whole thing in the comment section below, though. Honestly, I think, once again, I've said it throughout the video, you gotta have checks and balances. The kids probably got a little too far, and you also want to know who approved it, who let the homie in. I don't know. Them boys, they probably didn't think it go this far, though, but it is what it is. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, though. It's your boy Stacy, and I fuck with you. Reason why, cause you fucks with me. Hey, I'm out, man.